Hello and welcome back to Civ 7. It is our first look continued. We are 73 turns in, about 40% through the first age. We have survived 2 major wars. We didn't really gain any ground on them, but we didn't give any ground. So now we are starting the production of the Great Wall, and I think gearing up for a little mini war with Isabella. She's sort of annoying me. I don't really like this town being here. Or at least certainly I don't like this town not being mine is probably a more accurate way of saying it. She also beat us on a wonder, which I'm still quite upset about. So we're going to see what we can get done. Continue on our little adventure here. We've completed something up here. Step pyramids, I believe. Oh, all that production went away immediately. I should have put that into something like an army commander because we spent about 16 turns building and then lost it. I suppose more great people would be good. I also need to start working on this army though. I'm being forced to recruit a lot of units in here. Land units trained in this settlement will spawn at this building's location. 10% production towards land units. So I could put that over here. And maybe we just focus him up first. Get a little barracks is going. Snipe off some of these random guys wandering through our territory. We're gearing up for stuff down here. I'm going to try to do a bit of a two-pronged assault, probably on Olympia, and then make a push down through Corinthos as well. I mean, I guess really what I would like to do is just hold this line and take Chalkis instead. So I think that's going to be the real play. If I could hold a line here and here. Handan is pretty good because of the river. And if we could just take this other settlement, that would actually work way better for us. So we'll go for that. Eternal Girth, thank you for the follow.
We are your father.
Welcome to the agency.
Now.
I am both your mother and your father. We've unlocked the Lee Civic, giving us bonuses on the palace for influence. Influence on science buildings. Now, I only have one science building, but I like that this has a special little quill on it. This is obviously one of my unique policies. If I take out +2 influence a turn and put +1 influence on science buildings, it's going to be a -1, but it'll start building up. I need to get Yi if I want to get Jungzi, so let's just... I'm going to go for all the Han Civics. I think maybe you keep them for longer. Reinforce the army of a selected commander. Unit is removed from the map during travel times. Ooh. That's cool. I wasn't aware that was an option. So you can click that and have him zoom all the way down here, for example. No, 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 no. Okay, this war is going to happen a lot sooner than I thought. She's trying to kill Khotan. My babies. She's upset that I took these guys over. Oh, you know what? No, I become suzerain in a turn, so she actually can't do anything about this. That's not going to matter at all. She won't destroy it in a single round. And now she'll get kicked out. I got really nervous just then. Relationship with Isabella has changed from hostile to unfriendly. Befriending Khotan is complete. City-state levy unit. Permanently take control. The influence cost is equal to the production cost. Bolster their military or promote their growth. I'd like to promote their growth for a little while. We were promoting these guys' growth. As they try to build more and more fishing boats. It's really all they got going on up there. This guy wants to trade maps. I will just take this for the gold. I don't really need his vision. We pretty much have the whole continent discovered, so. Hoplites are veterans with 2 chevrons. Yeah, so when we hit bronze working, you can see like we were able to upgrade Spearmen, 2 chevrons. Some of our Chuko News that we've upgraded, we've paid gold to upgrade as well. So those guys have 2 chevrons. So they do more damage. Not all of my guys I've upgraded yet because I'm trying to be a bit greedy on gold, but the reality is I probably should. City-state bonus allows the construction of hill forts. Give +2 production, +1 sight, +5 healing per turn to military units on the tile. Counts as a fortification, +6 combat strength when defending. Wow. But I'm curious about something. Do I get those through any other tech? Arena. Villas. Blacksmiths. No. +1 combat strength to infantry units for every city-state your suzerain of. Also pretty good. But what's ironic is like, man, I would have actually built a hill fort instead of a barracks here. I'm going to take the hill forts. I like this idea of playing defensively, and if we have the Great Wall on this side, obviously, you know, we have room to do some shenanigans.
Ships at a distance.
Okay, there's navigation. Philosophers drive sticks into the ground and measure their shadow. All across the world, they say others are doing the same and finding different results. The likely shape of the world is a cylinder. Others claim it is round like an orange. Well, surely it's round. A doy. +1 codex. Oh. Some of the masteries give me codexes, but not all of them. Ancient Bridge allows land units to move over a river without having to embark. Cheaper to build where a road has already formed a ferry across the river. Antiquity gold building must be placed on navigable river, pillaged by any flood. Haha. I need more codices, I think. Where is it? Ages? Collect and display 3 codexes for my next milestone, then 6, then 10. Well, this also gets me +1 food on all food buildings, so let's take it. Mount Etna has exploded. And Charlemagne has made peace. Oh man, Rome is big. I still want to gear up for this secret surprise war. I still think it's the play to make. Libraries or Confucius are epicenters of knowledge within their walls as people examine the world and themselves. Plus 50 knowledge. Plus 20 science for 10 turns. Ooh, or production towards training infantry units for 10 turns. Let's actually do that. Because I'm making a bunch of infantry units right now. And I could make a lot more, baby. Quadremes can go down these rivers? Ooh. I didn't know that. I'm gonna give these guys another Juko Nu for right now. See how that plays out. Is Rome one city? I mean, he must have another city up here because they can only go like 3 squares, so. Will 7 finally overthrow the best one 5? You mean the best one 4? You mean the best one 3? You mean the original Civ? All depends on who you ask. It's a different game, you know, it adds in different things. Good amount of stuff is different. Yeah, they've made some like interesting choices. Some risky biz. But I've been enjoying what I see so far. I think if you go in expecting it to be the same game, you're going to be disappointed, but this guy wants another alliance. But he's just like not really valuable. That's the problem. It's a bit of an issue. I think I would like my trade caravan to be somewhere else other than Corinthos, but I don't really have a choice at the moment. That mountain keeps erupting. Milestones for the Silk Road are being achieved. I tell you what, I'm going to move him out and let him shoot. Sorry, you can't shoot? Why not? Okay, go back into your defensive fortification if that's the case then. Unmet players finished building the world wonder, the Mausoleum of Theodoric. That's great because Isabella was building that, so I'm glad she got the nod. 2 scholars journeying across the Great Wall debate their first chapter of the next mathematical treatise. One declares the relation between a circle's circumference and diameter is the most remarkable discovery. His friend pushes back, arguing that negative numbers have more important applications. Adopt the real number system. 150 science. Man, I'm really bad culture, but like, we're big science boys. We big science boys. We got the big science pants on.
Ships at a distance have every man's wish on board.
There's another codex. You have achieved the first milestone in the Great Library Legacy Path. Continue to collect codices to earn further rewards. Displaying 6 of them. So that's under what? Great Works? Yes. But I don't have any extra codices to put out right now, so. Notice I didn't say Civ 2 was the best one. Listen, we all make mistakes. Because of the Elvis cultural advisor, I will not take any rebuttals. I think that's fair. I think you've got a pretty solid argument there. Space game player, etc. I love games like this because you can put some chill music on, take it as slow as you want. I mean, that's fair. I think that's, I love the speed of a turn-based game personally. I will also say though, if you like space games, Alpha Centauri gives you the best of both worlds. Beyond Earth, I guess also, technically. I want to build more of these Great Walls, but it feels like I'm probably going to need some better production. Clay pits, mines, and quarries. get bonuses from this ageless brickyard. The river here is now gone. You want a farmer's market? I will take your gold for that. I only have one town, so I don't really need to boost my towns anymore. Navigation's complete. There's another codex here. I guess let's go for engineering and then probably mastery too. Okay, you've got a spearman. What happens if I click reinforce army? How long will that take, I wonder? Challenge complete, feed the machine. Amina built Petra, which is probably a very reasonable and good choice for them. There it is. I was like, where is it? That's like just a huge desert city, so. A tornado family named Demokritos has developed and is headed to the west. Ooh. All right, this age is at about 50% right now, though, so things are starting to pick up pretty quickly. I'm wondering if I even really need this spearman down here. 5 turns he's going to take. Damn, Daniel. That ain't no short amount of time. Civ 5 was square grid based. Thinking 4. Yeah, 4 was square. 5 had hexes. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. Beyond Earth and Alpha Centauri, they're the space versions of Civ. So Alpha Centauri was like an old school one and had some really fun things because you could like... The aliens were basically colonies of mindworms, and so you could create like giant mindworm colonies that would take over the planet if you decided to ally with the aliens. But the flip side of it was also like Beyond Earth has, I guess, like more, I want to say like espionage based stuff. Dune strategy game called again? I think Dune, I want to say. Spice Wars. Dune Spice Wars. I assume is the one you're thinking about. Suzerain of Troy. Okay, for a codex. That's a flood. Tornadoes are ripping across directly to my capital. I don't like the look of that. So I've got 1 spearman and 2 Chokunus. Probably another spearman would be smart. And then I'll add a great person. Okay, this city has built that Chukonu. Oh, we have a visitor coming in. Hold on. You want to come up, say hi to everybody? Says maybe in a second. She's got to get herself settled. Here we go. Hi. These guys really want a garden. I'm more thinking about the ageless buildings at this point. Great walls would add a lot of culture down here. Does not remove warehouse bonuses on tiles. Can only be built in a line. I am concerned that, like, I can't get that silk if I build it. Warhammer, Sammy Civ, the devs made that recently released their own concept. Yeah, Zephon. Yeah, you're thinking of, yeah. Masters of Orion, I didn't own Alpha Centauri. Ah, see, I'm the exact opposite. I owned Alpha Centauri, but did not own Masters of Orion. The differences. Camps and woodcutters. That doesn't really have any here. But I tell you, coastal terrain, navigatable river terrain, we do have all of this. 7 if I built a garden here. Also 7 here. Northeast, east, southeast. I would think that would count maybe as coastal, but I guess it do not. I like the idea of building a little bit over here because we haven't been able to expand on the other side of this river. So having that stretch out just a little bit feels like a good choice. How do I get ready to go to war with you? Just announce. I could steal tech. Here's a question. Are there any other free civs? I could befriend these guys, and that would... Could that be the Great Wall? Oh my god, do you think I could build the Great Wall all the way down here? That would be amazing. That would be a great wall. We gotta do that, right? That looks like a great wall to me. That sounds like a great wall to me. Okay. If that's gonna be my plan... Man, she's got a size 19 city. I'm gonna steal her technology. Because I can get away with it. Quite a few people play multiplayer. Some are crazy competitive. Take tons a bit too serious. Oh no, a natural disaster flood. +1 food, +1 production. That actually looked like a pretty good disaster to me. Damage appears to be light. That appeared to be pretty positive. The tornado, now weaker, has made its final move across the map, but didn't hurt anybody, it looks like. Now, Cirta also belongs to her. Which I don't think I can take. It's going to be a little bit messy. I have one of those guys coming. I'm waiting on another spearman. Let's just vibe for a moment. She's got settlers and armies marching to the south right now. These guys have grown. We could put them into camels. Also sheep. Camels would provide us a bit more production. And also would allow me to place... Number of resources are increased, right? So if I was to say like... Let's just say take out wool. Put in camels. Now I can put in more wool. I could also maybe then do something like that. Or that's going to get me 3.5. Yeah, I mean, that's actually more worth it. All my science and all my culture in the capital. Production and happiness. Food and happiness. I'm not too worried about either of those. Production might be good to kind of move around, but... Production in the capital is still really valuable. Wasset is overflowing with resources. So getting a trade good over there would be valuable. It's telling me now. Why don't we just buy a merchant? And then we'll move over there with them. Town spec is available down here with these guys. I don't really need them to grow anymore. Health to walls, healing for units. This is kind of like a southern military outpost right now. So making them a fort town is not terrible. That's a quarry. That's a mine. So a mining town also provides good resources. If I was to burn down this city, 1, 2, 3, I could also get iron out of this capital. Let's do that. We're going to make it a mining town. For right now, you're going to fortify here. This spearman is going to reinforce this army. This is a little bit worrisome up here because she is hostile with me. Isabella is slowly becoming friendlier with me. I don't know, there's not a lot here, and I am kind of building a great wall, so... Which, for that record... 6 combat strength for units defending in this tile. Cannot branch or fork. I guess if I had another unit here to put on that would be really strong. I don't know that I want to leave the city just like defenseless, so... My 3rd silk post. Which should unlock... Should unlock... Dude, where do I see this menu? Not in age progress. My religion is very boring. Not in great works. Social policies? Crisis begins. Crisis identifies. Crisis culminates. Does Antiquity's age not have religion or faith production? We have a religion. We're the god of the sea, but I don't really entirely understand what it does yet. I mean, other than, like, I don't think... There's no faith that I can see, and there's no, like, religious war. Does anybody remember where that... Or does anybody know how we get access to that? It's like what age we're going to become? Silk Roads were rocking. Great Library were rocking. Packs were rocking. Wonders of the Ancient World were not rocking. Couple of legacy points here. Yeah, so like when you enter the next age, you become a different faction. So like right now I am Han, but because I built 3 Silk Roads, I can become a different one in the next guys. Try the Civipedia. It's only giving me the starting guys. Han Civics. Yeah, I can't see everything yet because I guess I haven't like unlocked them all. Legends? Challenges. Leader? Not clear. I guess it'll probably show up over time. The lock symbol at the top. You'll have to be more specific than that. Are things able to be named? Unfortunately not, no. It used to be that you could name military troops once they hit like a certain level, normally max level. But now military troops don't level up. Only the commanders level up. And it seems like they just have their standard names. You have an additional icon next to religion. Okay, interesting. Maybe it will show up later on. Man, I really want the quality of life of just like, here's what you just finished building. In case you forgot, because I know you did, it was a barracks. You built it over here. You dum-dum. You were going to build this lighthouse. Oh, I thought I had to build it on land, but actually I don't. A market here, though. Does give me +7 gold, which is very good. Cultural and food on fishing boats in this settlement. Cultural attribute point ageless must be placed on grasslands or tropical. I was going to build that down here. Granary, Sawpit, and Great Wall are all ageless, but the Great Wall is not going in this city, so. Let's build that market, man. +7 is insanely good for a market. This guy. Activatable on a tile with constructible and an open great work slot. Activate on a constructible with a great work slot. So I'm going to have to build probably another library, which is going to have to go over here. And I guess he just like completes the library. This city has grown. I do have specialists. And at this point, it would kind of start making sense for me to put them in. +5 science, +2 culture. I like it. Challenge complete, highly specialized. Library, codex slots, 5 science. I also get 1 influence for it. I guess let's build it like from the southeast and the west. We could just build it here. There's a granary there. We could just build it here. That makes more sense. And so then if we put him there, I think he will turbo build that. Mona, you want to say hi to everybody? My cat's just like sitting on my lap, just looking at me like, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me, please. What do you think? No? You want to run away? Okay. Well, maybe later.
Riches and honors acquired by
See how you feel.
righteousness are to me as a floating cloud.
+5 defense on our crossbows when defending. +1 influence on happiness buildings. Do I have any happiness buildings? +13. What happens if I do that? +13. Well, I mean, one of those scales, one of them doesn't. And then we'll finish up and get the last of the Han civics. Junzi, +10% science in the capital, +1 science from specialists, and the Wei Ying Palace, +1 influence must be placed on grassland. Science advisor recommends. Big flooding down here as well. The UI is kind of icky. Yeah. It's like the big complaint. And nobody likes the UI. It's a pretty safe complaint. Okay. I think we're ready for a war. Let's build a trade route here. Oh, that's cool. The road automatically builds. You don't have to wait a bunch of turns for it to come in. We got more camels. We got more silk. You don't say. Boom, bow, 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 bow. I mean, if I just put another camel in here, what happens? Kind of answered my own question. Camels and silk. That's what's going into my capital, dude. I guess we are some weird variation of China. Constructible with an open work slot. Oh, okay. So, no, you have to be on an already built constructible, such as the Handan Library, which is Granary, Altar, Library there, 5 turns away. Why not? We'll move you down. So I'm ready to puke out my army here. Crossbows, crossbows. He's a bit wounded, but it could be a lot worse. Let's go to war. A lot of his units are sort of stuck down here. You will declare a surprise war since you do not have a hostile relationship. They will gain 100 influence and an initial +2. Okay, so if I denounce you... I guess I have to wait a turn for that to fix. Man, I really like to not be so at war with her. So aggro with her, I guess. Permanently increase the number of trade routes you can establish. I think one of the Silk Road bonuses was to do that. Yeah, improve trade relations with the civilization. Slot 7 resources. Slot 14 resources. Slot 20 resources. There's a lot of armies over there, dudes. Crippling blizzard. Somebody else has completed a great library milestone. $56. Okay, so if I wait probably one more turn. Because that's meant to go down every single turn. Yeah, there we go. So now it's hostile. So now I can declare a non-surprise war. Which is great. I got a funny feeling I'm going to want more units. And I feel like nobody has cavalry, so just creating more of these archers is probably the way to go. I don't know, you built something, probably. Shall we get your Great Wall started? Are you building the Great Wall at all? I don't know that you are. I actually don't think you do build the Great Wall. Camps and woodcutters, clay pits, mines, and quarries. Food for adjacent coastal terrains. Fishing boats. I don't want to get rid of all my fishing boats. For adjacent wonders as well. What about wonders? That's a great question. No wonders available. What if we build up the army a little bit more? Let's just keep building that army, shall we? And you're going to declare a war. Bonus war support is impacted by relationships, raising settlements, and other factors. Formal war. We'll see how this works. I would like to deploy my units, but I would like them to be deployed properly. If I say leave army, I can decide where you go. So, I think we'll probably put them together right now. And then what I'd really like is for like one to drop on top of where he is. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted you to do, my dude. Solid hits. I like him being near the army commander, but I could also just move the army commander in one next turn. And that might work out for us. City building district areas look very nice, but I literally have no idea what you have built. Miss the color. Yeah, so I'm really hoping that they add basically, I think this could be solved if they just added a lens that just showed things differently. You know, one idea would be like if modders just changed like the roofs of houses to be the traditional colors. That would obviously make like a huge difference as well. There's a couple of little tweaks that can be done, and I'm excited to see sort of what they do. Certainly the readability, and we're still in the early game, is a bit rough. Why are you declaring war on me? We've never even talked.
Not when there is nothing more to add.
Dude, what the hell is that surprise war about? I must have an advantage in this war. No? This is not a surprise war? Minus 100 declared war. He's allied. That would have been good to know. That could have been helpful there. I might want this +3 to infantry units. Six turns for this. I mean, 6. That could make a big difference for me right now. Wow, this guy got absolutely pummeled. I can take the city. Ooh. Military milestone. Certus defenses have fallen, bringing the settlement under your control and expanding your civilization. Okay. What do I do with this? Raise or keep city. Now that Sirte is under hand control, you must decide what to do. Keeping a settlement will bring it into a town. Its civilization will be furious, but will they be fast? Placing a commander in this town could bring order. You could raise it. Takes multiple turns and cannot be canceled. You will also incur diplomatic penalty. This is a perfect location to expand my Great Wall. Let's keep it. I'm going to move these guys back, and I'm going to try to let them heal. You're going to shoot these guys, who are a bit stronger than I anticipated. You've got targets in range here. I'm going to keep this spearman just like defending, because this is, again, we have like a little choke point alleyway here, which is really nice. In fact, what would be even nicer is if I could spend money and build a fortification there, but I guess it's not available. Now foundation level 3 and Catherine the Great level 2. All about that wall. Bit of a failed domestic breedability in the 7th game in a series. Yeah. I mean, clearly something happened with the UI. There's no question about it. Something weird went on in this game, and people have a lot of questions about it. Why can't I build here or here? Like the places I want to build, or here. I have to build the Great Wall in urban districts. It's a bit strange, but okay. So if I took over Chelkis and built something there, I could go here, 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 here. Assumably, I can build in Chelkis. And then maybe like down around here. Wondering about building some more troops. Buying some more troops, I should say. These guys have a mine, a quarry. So a brickyard is really good for them. Granary with farms, pastures, and plantations. Camps and woodcutters. You're a camp. You are not yet developed, but I think are a farm. Woodcutter. Great Wall. I did want to build the Great Wall in here, which apparently now I can't build. Does not remove warehouse bonuses on a tile. Can only be built in a line. Cannot branch or fork. Can I build it here? I guess maybe if there wasn't a hoplite. All right, my money is probably better spent on military units right now. I'm going to grab another spearman. So we have the option. How does Humankind compare to Civ 6, 7? I honestly, I haven't actually played Humankind. I've played, you know, Millennia and Ara and all the other Civs, but Humankind was one I just kind of skipped over. The walls keep the bad feng shui out and the good feng shui in. Famous for cutting through cities and dividing them. We're the Soviets now. A new play proclaims life is meaningless and happiness is a delusion. Critics have declared the performance a depressing farce, but the public returns to the show in droves. Is civic morale on the decline? Bonus towards wonders, which I'm not building anywhere. Or 50 happiness. Numidian has been defeated. So another player just got wiped out, I guess. The people of Sertra are distressed by the ongoing war. You have committed less diplomatic support than your opponent, causing war weariness. Each point of war weariness reduces the combat strength of all your units in the opponent by 1. Reduces happiness of all your settlements. No, it isn't. Oh, Charlemagne did this to me. Dude, you're not even present in this war. Just a lot of troops. I'm experiencing a lot of troops. You got to dig in. I'd argue you also got to dig in. This guy is coming down here to create a Tao Te Chang question mark. Add it to my archive. +2 happiness. Sure. My city up here is ready for more growth. Where is my capital? Here. 1, 2, 3. Shouldn't I be able to build this? Get those dyes? Oh, I probably need to wait until that library is finished being built. Okay, in theory, if I build a farm here, I could put the Great Wall there. I don't know if it's true. It is. How ridiculous. So that has to convert to an urban tile. Am I going to lose all my food from that tile then, if that's the case? I mean, I'm going to queue it up. Scholars tend to their codices, spending much of their time caring for them as studying them. They're alarmed to learn that Confucius wishes to let the public view them directly, concerned so much that this will damage the valuable creations. Build an academy. Begin a quest. +1 scientific attribute point. Lao Ji examines the scholars. They're expecting a sermon, something profound and wise. Which version of Lao Ji do they get? The contemporary of Confucius or the humble court astrologer? 2 science on libraries or 2 cultures on monuments. I have libraries. I don't have monuments. You're under threat, but not like that bad. Low happiness is brimming with discontent. Tell me more. I surely have some stuff that gives me happiness, such as these dates. Can I move them? Resource allocation unavailable until new resources are acquired. I can't move these into that city. Great Wall only values value area with land value. A lot of missing information UI. That's really the problem. Yeah. No idea where to see the pluses and minuses. The Great Wall can't be built on a free space without anything on it. It's very confusing. Yeah, I will agree with you on that. I guess I'm gonna have to support myself. I got a question, actually. If I support myself in this war, causes war weariness for the other side, which reduces happiness and combat strength. But I need to reduce my own war weariness, so I guess that's here. How many turns till peace? 8? Okay. That guy looks like he's throwing the flag up for surrender. But it's confusing because I'm not playing as the French. Amphitheaters, baths, all sorts of good stuff. Spearman, more Shuko news at 0. This can't be correct. But if it is, I'm going to have a lot of units next turn. Let's see what happens. Cleanliness of the black marble aesthetic UI is more personal opinion thing. Yeah, I mean, I think there is just like a difficulty in grasping the information of everything right now, so.
Which was to separate the barbarians.
Ancient walls. Oh, that's useful. Fortified districts must be occupied to capture a settlement. Must be built adjacent to other fortified districts. Oh, cool. Cool. Oh, I stole that. I stole that technology from Isabella. That rules. Those guys are toast. These guys are toast. If I move you here, give you a level up. Combat land strength for land units on a district. Land units with command radius complete fortifications 1 turn faster. That's kind of nice. +2 combat strength for infantry when attacking. Redeploy. I kind of want to get this guy's +1 movement, because I find that it's very useful. So here's the other thing. I want to add this guy to this army, but then I wanted to poop him out there. I think I can do that. Hell yeah. Just totally swap them out. And then actually what I can do is I can barf him out into this fortification, let him heal. We're going to send some more units down here. Okay, it didn't work. It would have been nice if I just got 8 million Choku news, but probably for the best that we don't. Honestly, a second army commander sort of feels like what I need right now. A migrant, what do you do? Join a settlement, become part of its population, usable on any owned district. Civilian unit capable of joining a settlement and claiming a new rural tile. Migration has been a key part of human history. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Can claim a rural tile. So could I put him like there and claim these dyes? Could I put him here and claim these sheep? Not playing as the French about died. Just imagining a hand commander tossing wounded and injured soldiers a mile into the fort. It's so silly, but it looks fun. Honestly, I really like the being able to move people around like this. It makes for some interesting fights. Ooh, Koted, you got a lot of heat, buddy. Is Weiyang Palace a world wonder? Can I not build that now? Somebody opposed my war. I'm going to be really upset after working all the way towards this if I cannot build the Weiyang Palace. You want to trade maps? Sure. No problem. I'll take your money, honey. Our war effort falters as Isabella's support in the conflict grows. Yes. Okay. I fixed that problem already. This city needs to start making culture. So things like the amphitheater or the monument are the way to go for me. Really good 6-point amphitheater we could put up there. The monument could get 4. Would be a lot quicker to build. Each adjacent natural wonder, antiquity, culture, and diplomacy building. 10% production towards wonders for each adjacent mountain terrain. 8 or 18. 4, 6. Well, I mean, what if I built a monument and then built an amphitheater immediately afterwards? How would you feel about that? Taking some shots here. Okay, this guy is going to go back to building fortifications. Settlement is continuously in unrest. I can't shoot him. I guess let's go for maybe building some more stuff. I'm going to move the general down here because I think he helps with the unrest problems. These guys are healing. These guys are healing, but they're healing very slowly. You're soloing this town, apparently. I mean, I could have this guy come down as well and start taking shots. That is a chariot. But it's crossing a river, so let's do some damage. Oh, let's do a lot of damage to it. In fact, let's sink it. I love this river. It is a great defensive position. Still a ton of troops sort of coming in here. But we're holding the line okay. If I can take Chalkis, I'll back out of the war. Hopefully Khotan can hold up long enough. Isabella's built another world wonder, the Senchi Stupa. Completing another milestone as well. You're trading maps with me. I don't know why that needs to pop up as an additional notification. I kind of feel like some of these guys got to start coming down south. I don't really care about this scout. Kind of feels like I probably need a melee troop to do any real damage here. Let's kill you. I'm going to move you up. I'm going to move you down. I'm going to have him heal. You get bonuses for shooting guys who are directly next to you. This guy is just going to hold on for dear life. Must be located on an owned district. Oh. So this is just the population moves from my capital and I get to move it into another place. The Civipedia for a migrant. Claiming a new rural tile. Unless I can use him in my capital, which maybe I can, and I'm just being dumb about. I guess let's find out. Turns out rivers are great. Great defensive positions. How bad is this going to be right now? I wonder. Not bad at all. Sus. Oh man, that spearman took hits. We increased our bronze working to mastery level. So we're getting another +3 for combat strength right now, but damn dudes. Here's the Academy and the Pyramid of the Sun. I want this ancient bridge. I also want that codex, but we need mathematics for the next path or the Great Library. So I guess we'll do this baby steps. That was dumb. I did that dumb. You guys are going to move in here. You're going to shoot that city. These guys can move that way. If you go here, that uses all your movement, unfortunately. I should have picked you up and spit you out if that was the case. All infantry and cavalry units within command radius attack a specified target. So they would both, like, charge him, I suppose. Yeah. All right, that ruled. Almost killed my spearman in the process, but... I like that. Quest for building the academy? Yeah, exactly, right? That's kind of was my thought process. I don't know, man. Shoot these guys. That spearman is not going to live for long. But we can bring down some more troops at the very least. You are going on alert. You are... I was going to say sailing down the river, but I guess that's not really that fast. Just want them to stay bunkered. Kutai Martijapura is friendly to me. Oh, nice. So this was the other settlement I was hoping to get here. For the Great Wall. The massive Great Wall that will cut through Olympia and everything else. Slowly build it up. Too bad I don't have any boats within bombard range. Oh, like putting a boat there? Yeah. I am a little bit worried about this right now. Settlement of Handan. I don't have anybody here. Oh. No, I have a Chukonu here. And apparently I also have a migrant. We'll build more boats. We do have River God after all. So let's do our best to blot out the sun. Also kill these hoplites that are apparently going to do a crazy amount of damage to me if I attack them. But I'd rather them be dead so that we have sort of access to the town here. I mean, you have a shot on these guys, but it's not going to do a lot of damage. I think I'm better off moving them in here right now. Letting you boys heal. Letting those boys heal. And then I have a bit of a debate, like where do I bring my army commander? There's a lot of shots to be had down here, but I also don't know how long these guys are going to be able to live. They need a bit of healing. $25 versus 35. Why is this guy so much stronger? Because he's not wounded. Oh, he's just less. He's less wounded. Okay. Yeah, I mean, thin him out however I can here. Looks like we got some chariots trying to push us on the north side as well. I'm just going to stay defensive. That's a good choke point, so. You can vibe. He killed them. I had a feeling that spearman was going to get ganked. They did 57 damage in a single turn from that hoplite? That seems not correct. The poor archers are really starting to kind of feel like they're hitting their limit here in actual effectiveness. All right, Army Commander, you're going to move back a square so that this guy can take a shot. That spearman's going to hunker down. Damage the mine and heal 30 HP. Let's do that. Quite a bit worried about how much better the Greek units are in terms of just literally raw damage output. Swap those. Put that guy back to sleep. Another leader has opposed our war again here, so I actually don't have enough to support this, but I will next turn. So she's getting +1 in all this fight. Charlemagne, 2 turns we can get a peace with. I don't understand how he did this much damage. Yeah, with a single unit when I've been just like firing into this city. Okay. I think he decided he couldn't break it. Or it wasn't worth breaking, maybe. Let's start up here. We'll have that next turn, and then we can get out of the war. You can sink that chariot. You can shoot these guys. You can kill them. If you go here, you have an open shot on this guy. And then I can finish you off with those spearmen. No, I cannot. Okay. Gonna have to head off for a bit. Hope to catch the rest. Take care. Shakel, take it easy, my dude. Just vibing with dinner and Agent Civ, dudes. I am gonna be vibing on it all day. Very much enjoying this. Very excited to see what the age transition is like. 40 defense damage. Man, these hoplites do an insane amount to cities. I'm actually shook by how effective they are. Keep. Close. So I am good to get out of this war right now. That being said, there's a few units around. I could at least shoot them. Potentially kill some. Always good to weaken up the computer. as much as possible. Get some experience on my Capitan. There's a part of me right now that's like, how greedy do I want to be? But I'm already one settlement over the limit. So I think just like piecing out on this and taking these is a good idea. Can I recruit hoplite mercenaries? I don't think so. I mean, maybe if I made friends with... probably if I made friends with the right group of people. Oh! My settlement here. Charlemagne must have wiped them out. The Kutai Mardiperta village. I don't see them here anymore. We're gonna get that piece. Did I hear a meow? No meowsers here today, unfortunately. Charlemagne is not willing to have peace. But I'll take what I can. Drunk on rice wine and a little carelessness, a convict or two went missing from a labor gang. Now there are rumors of a rebellion and a chance for a new dynasty. Ooh, 200 happiness towards the next celebration, or 100 influence. I'm going to take the happiness towards the next celebration because I feel like happiness is something that I have bad right now, and I don't really know where to even see, like, where celebration is occurring or when. This is all just global yields. Okay. We have made peace. So I want to put, I think, a Shukonu over here on the Great Wall. I want to put one in here in Chalkis. We have one here. This homie needs to heal. You can probably get absorbed. You're there. You're there. You guys can get absorbed. You can get absorbed. That guy naps. Hell of a war. Very successful. The Great Wall can actually get built now. Though it's going to be a nightmare trying to figure it out. Layers upon layers in brick and stone fortify a second Great Wall. An immovable force, a reminder the length of the hand will go in order to protect its residents. 25% production towards constructing Great Walls. Are you for real? That's some great news. So it has to go here. So I need to build another urban tile here somehow. Wait for the food to grow. You've got settlement unrest for quite a while. I mean, you should probably actually just go in the city. We have a celebration ready. We'll take science because we're still in despotism, I guess. +2 influence per turn. Ancient Walls adds 100 HP to the district and 15 combat strength to units defending in the tile. Fortified districts must be conquered to capture a settlement. Now, they have to be rural tiles. They can't be urban tiles. I think. Yeah. They have to be rural. They can't be urban. So, like, that's rural. That's rural. Could have actually built the farm here. instead. The wall there would have been a better spot for it. But I guess what's done is done. Map pins a thing in this game. I've used them extensively in Civ 6. Not yet. Map pins, I believe, were mostly modded in. I want to say is the case. So the altar I can build in any of these locations. I don't have to build a new urban tile for this. So for right now, I'm going to slap that in there. We've exceeded our settlement limit. Perhaps researching some new civs might help. That's okay for right now. I'm going to have you go slurp. Slurp up all these guys. You're also going to slurp up that guy. 3 crossbows and a spearman is my army. I ain't so sure about that, but we'll see how it goes. I guess this spearman really needs to go here to reinforce this choke point again. I'd love it if I could build the Great Wall there as well, but I'm a little bit worried I'm not going to be able to connect these up this mountain. Meanwhile, I could build something else here and just build ancient walls. This being said, I have room to expand our Great Wall buildings. So that's a road. That's wine. That's a farm. Yeah, there's lots of good spots here for the walls to be built. $148 to build them too, which ain't too bad. Farms, pastures, and plantations in a granary. We can build this either in one of these tiles or we can just create another urban tile. I'm happy to create another urban tile here, just to give them a little bit more. Civ 6, they were in the base game though. Very simplistic pins. Maybe I'm just thinking there's an expanded pin map mode. Expanded pin mode. 13 turns. Citra is... Okay, so Citra's fine. We're back to growing here. Might not be a bad idea to just build walls in this town. Really what it needs right now is food. You have a woodcutter there. You have nothing yet there. I'm a bit worried, like, if I build the Great Wall, will it get rid of things like this silver mine? Or this ivory, for example? Or will it find a way to just sort of absorb it into it? A granary here would just be, like, useful in general. This will build over the farm. I don't think the farm will be moved if I do that. I have a clay pit there. So that's going to be the plan for the wall. Right along the borders of Wasset. That's what I'd like to do. Definitely a detailed map tax mod. Okay, that must be what I'm thinking then. So it's like, I feel like I for sure played with it. Let's get our amphitheater here. On that +6. And And I don't know why I can't just switch resources. I find it crazy that you have to get new resources to move them around, and then you can suddenly move all of your resources. But that's just me. Let him heal for a little bit. It has erupted. Silk Road milestones. We're at 68%. I mean, like, I could bring an army down here and attack this guy, but I'm not sure there's any real value in me doing that. Salt, 20% production towards training units. I would like that, but right now I am thinking, everything that I am thinking about is how do I build this wall? Town specialization. We're going to keep you on growing town for right now. Altars. Most of the altar bonuses are based off of rivers, so building that in the middle of the desert, it doesn't really feel like that of an appealing decision for me. But building great walls, on the other hand, do feel like a good idea. We're going to need a lot of money, but it looks like I can build a great wall almost every 3 turns. Which would be promising. Do a save scum test of the Great Wall mechanics, upload it to a YouTube short. Sure, knowing what tiles to stay and go when building wonders is a big deal. I mean, honestly, not a bad idea. It does seem like what I'm now just discovering is it's just got to be a rural tile. $240 if I want to incorporate this guy. I could boost his growth. Which I don't mind doing, because I imagine he can't get a lot of food otherwise. You want a farmer's market? I'll take the gold. These volcanoes down here are just erupting non-stop. 2 of the big ones. Colossus is built.
The scholar appears stern. When approached, he is mild. When he is heard to speak, his language is firm.
+1 science from specialists. Specialists? Specialists? I think let's get rid of tool making and plug this in. These are our special policies, so. The crisis is about to begin, according to that. Yes! At the heart of civilization, a capital city radiates authority. Banners bearing the sigil of empire flutter atop monuments to the power of the people united. Other settlements distinguish themselves, and as their stars rise, citizens question their place in this large community. Does the empire truly represent us at all? 2 crisis policy slots. A crisis is growing in your civilization, unlocking a crisis policy. The negative effects of these policies reflect your civilization's difficulty in responding to the crisis. As this crisis deepens, you unlock new policies and crisis policy slots. Ooh. Oh, man. -6 happiness in settlements without walls. All of them. -6 settlements, happiness in settlements you did not found. A bunch of the ones that I just stole. I can't take -1 settlement cap because I'm already 1 over settlement cap. A philosopher considers a group of passing merchants, all of whom smile and wave. Considering their similarities, the philosopher plunges into deep thought. If the end goal is to be a good person, does that not make us all Junzi? Does it make us all the same? It does make us all Junzi. You are correct. Now, the old civics. Oh, man. What gives us settlement limit? Entertainment does. So does organized military. The Oracle. Colosseum versus Terracotta's been built. I know that. So has the Mausoleum. Yeah, I need a settlement slot, so we're going to have to go public life into entertainment. All we can do. Time to build walls everywhere. Sounds like the game punched you in the mouth. Entertainment to offset the unhappiness. I mean, we still have +5 happiness. Happy, happy, not happy, not happy, not happy, not happy. Okay. Ancient walls. Science towards researching tech masteries or production towards constructing buildings. +1 science on each quarter. Legendary unlock. +1 to the adjacency of standard gold production and science buildings. +1 science and settlements for each resource assigned to them. That's quite a lot. I'm going to take the production bonus right now because I have a lot of building to do. So that feels correct. Charlemagne is still causing me grief. Oh, my new army commander is ready. That's nice. Foreign settlement Wasset has added silver to their trade routes, which you now get. The Colossus is complete. Yeah, I feel like I'm really like low on the resources, but Spearman, you're gonna dig in there. I don't know. I guess I'm going to move on Charlemagne just because I don't have anything else to do with this army. They've added -2 to this. I'd really like to get out of this war because it's causing me a lot of war weariness. The Yellow River has flooded. Thankfully, not in China. The world is rioting or will be soon. It's definitely got some good riot energy right now. So we're going to build the wall here. You're still in unrest for 8 more turns. Okay. Newly finished fortifications have brought much needed protection to the city of Chang'an. Ancient walls increase the district health by 100 and grants 15 to its defensive strength. Units that occupy these defenses can only be damaged by siege attacks. Good to know. Oh, cool. And I can build those ancient walls out to like absorb other areas too. There's so much stuff here to build. Gold and production on minor and navigatable rivers in this settlement must be built on a desert and next to a river. I could build the pyramids. This would also give me an urban tile on the other side of the river, which I've been kind of desperate for. How many turns would that take? 12 turns and I'd get a wonder? boosts 4 tiles. I mean, it would be better in, like, Hangdan. Gotta be a lot better here. All right. Gotta build over a mine. You are an altar, a market, a brickyard, a library. If I build a granary here, we also get 3 science and a culture. So I reckon that makes some sense. We'll keep marching down this way. Charlemagne is also, he's Roman, so he's not Greek, but he's Roman. Pyramids are cool. Love a stack of stones. It's like, I bet that somebody just built the wonder. Like, somebody did build the world gate. Anima sparked a diplomatic incident, settling a new city here, Dijonette. I don't think that's really going to be a problem, though. I'm stuck. I managed to damage like all of my units here. Spearman, finish him off. And then... Can this guy leave? No. I just want to pick away at him a little bit. I have a -4 to this now, dude. Gross. Nasty. I have picked up to enough to incorporate this city-state, but the problem is that I'm already 1 over my limits, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense for me to do that. I would like to perhaps have reconciliation with her. If we could start getting along, that might be a little valuable for me. And these guys I don't mind promoting. 3 land tiles, that's correct, yep. They're my hidden city-state. I keep them secret, keep them safe.
In the humming of the strings.
Ooh, I can finally build an academy. Knowledge of mathematics has begun to spread and refine, and mathematics eagerly apply their craft towards new discipline, as well as the heated debates on the harmonious role of math within the universe. Have a quarter with an academy and an amphitheater, or an academy and a blacksmith. Culture on amphitheater. Production on blacksmith. I don't have a blacksmith. I do have an amphitheater. I do love production. The mathematics of metallurgy. I'm going to take the culture on the amphitheater because if I have all the silk in this province, once I'm able to move it over, this is going to be producing an insane amount of bonuses for us. The academy, I can put inside another location, such as on top of like the altar. Which would give us +7? gonna go with that. I also need ancient walls in this city, which I might need to do before anything else. It's because I'm realizing the happiness penalties are absolutely slaying me right now. Research mathematics, build an academy, have a quarter and an academy in the same thing, collect and display 6 codices. Well, I have mathematics. I'll get 2 codexes if I do mastery of mathematics. I did want to get this mastery of bridges. Movement of siege units, combat strength, combat strength. +1 gold on gold buildings. Could be good. I could do 3 and 5, or I could just do those 2. Let's do this instead. Get the additional masteries. You definitely need an academy in here. It's definitely going to go where the library is. Give me that science. Schlorp? Do I want a schlorp? I think so. I'll get absolutely punished if I go in after that. You can just rejoin the army there. But we'll start moving in on them a little bit more. Communism or something to offset that unhappiness. Ah, if only we could get communism in every game. Ouch. Isabella has established a new trade route, giving me 12 gold a turn. Thank you, Isabella. And Etna is no longer active. That will not kill. So how about we do this instead? The big double shot. That guy can't move out. That guy can't move out. All right. This city is ready to grow. I need to grow here if I want to continue my Great Wall expansion, which I obviously do want to do. My all-consuming Great Wall expansion. It doesn't look like you lose any of the bonuses for building the Great Wall. I guess you just don't get, like, the specific bonuses for, like, the mine bonuses, for example. Stuff has erupted again. You're going to move up. You're going to move up. You're going to start wailing on this place. We got another promotion. Let's go. Land units within the command radius have a +2 flanking bonus when attacking. -2 flanking bonus when attacking land units for opponents. Logistics. I feel like this guy is becoming my offensive commander, so I'm starting to wonder about things like first strike. Bonuses to cavalry units. I have the 1 infantry. Land units within the command radius can be upgraded as if in friendly territory and heal 10 HP when upgraded. +10 combat strength when defending. No combat penalties when embarked. Ignore terrain movement. What else do we get? Fortification. Fortification. I guess I'll just get the the bonus for infantry right now. Commendation points. Grant the second wind commander ability. Grants a land unit with a command radius 1 extra attack. How do I get these? From unlocking the full trees? I guess so, yeah. You better just heal. For right now. This guy, I hope, is healing. Got a bit more cash, but nowhere to build this wall yet. But I can build more of that wall down there. I tell you what, though, we should build ancient walls in this city. Civilization unlocked. Norman, build 5 walls. The gates of the city close with a dull thud as the last horses enter. Commoners believe the merchants and travelers dream of distant lands and golds. In reality, they dream of security. Behind these walls, a new order of castle builders gains shape. Okay, so this means I haven't unlocked the one you get for having 3 silks. And the problem is I don't know what I need to get to unlock it. And I'd hate for this age to end and for us not to be able to move into Ming. So I'm going to quickly Google this and see. A random article. Have 8 resources slotted in 1 settlement. Improve 3 silk. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have this unlocked. You have it anyway because I'm Confucius? I think I have to be Confucius, though. Like, I thought I got it. The only way I got it is if I had 3 silk, was Confucius, and put 8 into a settlement. Or is it, do I only need 1 of those things? New settlement there. River flooding. Etna erupting. Trade opportunities. Ooh, I actually would like to trade with this city. We should look at making some merchants. Ba, 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 ba. You remember, buddy, you wanted this war. I had no interest. My God, if I train... I've almost completed the military path. Some, if not all of your units will survive through age transitions. At the start of the exploration age, 6 units will remain to defend your settlements, and the rest will be assigned to commanders as long as there's space for them. All other units will be left behind. Independent powers and city-states are unique to a given age, making way for new ones to rise in the following age. If you want to maintain control over them, be sure to incorporate them into your empire before the age ends. Oh, wow. Opponents in the current and future war will gain 1 bonus war support against you if you raise this settlement. But I don't want this settlement. I want nothing to do with this settlement. He will accept peace. I trade you a town? Yeah, I mean, my Great Wall is going to go through Olympia. So, Frederick Ferdinand's, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. I mean, I'm going to raise this to the ground, I guess. or I give it back to him. He's got a bunch of armies coming here. I kind of like the idea of giving it back to him just to prove a point. I also like burning it down for that same reason, though. What does he get here? Camels. Not a lot of really good resources. I guess there are horses.
Das ist Fruatgang.
Great. And it's being raised. I got more camels. Though this isn't real. These aren't real camels. All right, I need to move all of my culture down to Handan. Which means I need to move all that silk down here. It will eventually produce more. Even if it's not at the moment. Oh, settlement is not contracted to your empire's trade network, so I can't apply them anywhere. But it did give me the opportunity at least to move this stuff around, which I'm very grateful for. Which also means, like, I could probably just, like, move these camels off. Spread out my power a little bit. Chalkis is going to need a lot of production. Because they have to build quite a few Great Walls. So I'm going to put that in there. Fake camels, will the depravity of the modern age know no bounds? It's quite shameful, honestly.
Remain less interested in who we imagine ourselves to be than in what we can do for one another.
She's a good voiceover for this, honestly. Definitely approve. Combat strength for fortified districts is nice, but I don't plan on being in any immediate wars right now, so... Handan grows. 1, 2, 3. I can't get those horses. These river plains are just so good for us. Because of our religion. This town has grown. We can go here and expand our Great Wall. Once we have a bit of money. That was public life. We'll grab entertainment next for that +1 settlement limit. Yeah, especially because we're at like +5 right now. Avengers assemble. And then get the hell back to our own territory. I love the way they all march together. It's very satisfying. A flood! This is by my capital. Oh my god, this is like all of my territory. Devastated the area as never seen before. I don't know if that actually really affected us, though. One day, a devastating flood rushes through the streets as a river swells its banks. Entire city districts are now dark, hazardous, and unlivable, with hundreds now homeless. I guess I should have shut up. In every crisis, there is opportunity. +1 spearman or +1 migrant. Ooh, migrant for sure. This allows me to add another rural district. So if I built that over here, you can see where I'm going with this. We might be getting some more walls. Another settler coming down here from Spain. Dude, another flood on the same river?
Perfection
Twice in one day?
not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away.
I really like that the bridge is unlocked to be like a secondary mastery. We'll grab mastery of coins. Ambition drives innovation with so much to discover and explore. Mastering a skill becomes the work of a lifetime. +1 codex, 200 science. I'm pretty sure 200 science is going to get me a codex for free. Almost. So. Great codex has automatically been added. +2 science, +2 happiness. Science, science, science. Yeah, I think Handan needs the happiness, so. Army commander, we'll keep you marching up this way. Migrant dude, we'll have you go that way. We're going to fix that mine. Build some ancient walls. All of our cities have ancient walls now? Yes. Nice. So we're no longer getting the problems from that crisis event. Some global warming in 1340 BCE. 1240 BCE, in fact. Nice. Science. Display 6 out of 3 codexes, 6 out of 6 codexes, 6 out of 10 codexes. Academies become golden age academies, retain their base yields, adjacency bonus, and effects in the next age.
When I was young, I thought...
Whoo-wee. Now we're cooking. The empire fractures as once loyal settlements seek their own path forward. Laws and customs, symbols and pageantry, they're no longer sufficient in holding society together. What was once a shared identity forks like a river, and its currents bear many political borders. They pledge themselves to outside powers, seeking new threads of connection and aid in extracting themselves from their former state. +1 crises slot. Why-yada. Here's the thing. If I take this mastery now of mathematics, I'll get, I think, the last codexes I need. Or close to. +1 food on fishing boats. Oh, that's not your spot. That belongs to the next city over. Chalkas. So I actually got to move you down there. So you're done building if that's the case. Adjacent coastal terrain gets +1 food. That seems hyper valuable. +7 if we build it here. What's ageless though? Like the fishing it's basically only the ageless stuff that matters to me right now. Because we're going to move out of this age very, very soon. +1 food on fishing boats. 4 turns, though. Like, that's pretty good. We do have dye here, but we need to actually claim it. I'll be at 8 after doing mathematics. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. I have 4 cities and 2 towns. So I think I'll take the punishment there. We got a lot of influence. If I want to incorporate a city, I could. Oh, this settlement is so unhappy they're considering revolt. Consider changing your policies or moving resources to the settlement. If all else fails, station a commander here. Well, I can do that, but it's going to take a few turns. +1 happiness for each adjacent Great Wall. I can't build on the ivory. Oh, no. I also can't build on the silver. So I'm going to have to build here. And this is actually going to have to go around the town like this. But yeah, I can do it. I can make it come all the way down here and at least connect with this mountain. And then ideally, I can also build a like a hill fort or something of the sort on this river eventually. Scholars watch as people from all walks of life file into the academies and take their seats. The instructors begin to lecture. Confucius listens as guides the classes through new perspectives. +1 scientific point. Love it. My ancient bridge is available. Repair fishing boats. Oh, yeah, okay. All my fishing boats got absolutely donked up from those floods. If I built an ancient bridge, I would get urban tiles, and I could potentially actually be able to expand urban tiles over here, which is something I haven't been able to do. Which I think might be the right play. That is a mine. I could make a step pyramid, but... yeah, I think I'm actually going to replace that fishing boat with a bridge instead. And that way we'll have a bit of work. If they remain unhappy for 9 turns, they will revolt. Station a commander there. In Handan! Oh, man. I'm having some problems right now. 20 gold and happiness towards maintaining buildings. +1 science and settlements for each resource assigned to them. I mean, I feel like I'm having a science problem right now. Or a happiness problem. Also a constant gold problem, so... +1 science on specialist, or +2 if you have 3 or fewer cities. Okay, we are having some major issues right now, let me tell you. Why are you so unhappy? Because everything got all broken? Starting to wonder about, like, should I maybe recruit a third army commander because I'm about to have a ton of major crises. Four of my cities are on the brink of revolt. I have a bunch of extra influence. I'm going to do reconciliation with her. I'm going to steal technology from her. I guess. Do I want to absorb any of these towns? I guess I can't really, right? Incorporate the city-state into your civ as a new town when the Diplo action completes. With the other civ by 1, the target receives gold. I could improve trade relations, but right now there's only one city I can actually reach of his. You know what, man? If I had a bunch more traders, I could be trading for a ton more resources, which would solve my resource deficiency. I also see now that all of my places that are in rebellion are having burn downs in bad ways. Lap. All right, let's go with just like a research collab then. Angry mobs, destroyed gardens, brickyards, plantations, clay pits. Ooh, that crisis is a curious little event. Somehow I ended up in negative gold last turn. Hostile to unfriendly with Amina. So I think I'm also going to improve trade relations with her. I feel like I have to find a way to get more happiness. The step pyramids apparently give us a lot. Having more fishing, always good. You're going to stick to Grow Town right now. Got rid of a monument, a brickyard, a granary, a brickyard. How am I gonna do this? Handan is only minus 0.2. So I feel like it's not going to be the most difficult one for us to get. Can I move you in here? Will that stop my rebellion in this city? I desperately need to just get traders, I think. You're going to resettle. So I should be able to build the wall here. And then here. And then I'll have to just get that to cut through here. This is probably going to stay a town forever. no money. Like, expanding cities also reduce happiness? I think only if you put specialists in. Could be wrong, but it also kind of looks like my cities are shrinking. You want a farmer's market. I'll deal that. Okay. Merchants. Clay pit and brickyard. Minus 11 is so much. I figured like having people in there would also help solve it. How do I know how many turns it is until rebellion? And am I the only one suffering from this problem? Seven turns, and we'll get +5 settlement. We'll get an extra settlement limit, which will make a big difference. That'll be +5 to all of our cities. But I also feel like that's maybe too far away. Fishing boats, farms, mines. Merchants. Handan is brimming with discontent. It's not as if I don't have an army that can stop, like, just move in and stop the problem if it occurs, but... I guess I'll just have you skip turns right now. Got a little bit of money right now, so I'm wondering, can I buy a merchant? 225. Athene has a whole bunch of stuff for trade routes. La Bella has ivory and iron. See, the problem is that I need stuff that I can plug into my cities. Which looks like mostly Spain. Corinthos, Athenae. One or the other. That's all pretty much just money, so... I mean, I have a bunch of extra merchants coming up, so I can get that one to go to Nekin. And then this one can go to... I guess Corinthos at least has wine and dates. And you can head that way. The entire countryside is just like burned to a crisp.
There is geometry in the humming.
2 codices. +2 happiness. Oh my god, the hand-hand pillage. The library here is pillaged. So I can't put in we go. I'm going to buy that. And then I should be able to put in a +2 happiness into Handan. Science, 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 science. Let me move one of those up into there. Ooh. I don't know if that's going to make the difference. You want to trade maps? I'm fine with that. Start of the first millennia BC, the Han Empire under Confucius experienced a dire crisis. You're telling me, oh my god. All right, we either have mastery of masonry, or we can start working on the wheel. Villa, +3 happiness. The last tech I get. I guess I'll just put you on alert right now. So you should be good, you should be good, you should be good, you should be good. So only Circa has like a chance of flipping on me. In theory. Dude, this is out of control. Now you're at -3.8. Oh, they broke the library again. Don't the fishing boats get us happiness? Oh, that's only the fishing key. The amphitheater costs me happiness. Oh, this is a nightmare. This guy wants me to ally him. I still don't think it's the right choice. I don't really see any point in setting an ally with anybody here. Handan is on the brink of revolt. If they remain unhappy for one more turn, they will revolt. So is Hugh Wang. Where I have a commander, so is Serta, so is Chalxus. Okay, great. I feel like this notification should come in every turn. Well, I can't get back to Handan in a single round. And I can't, like, change my crisis slots. I think this will give me -5 happiness to all cities. I actually don't know what's causing this to have such terrible happiness right now. Okay, the library gives me -2 happiness, but I also get 2 happiness. Guys, some tool tips would be kind of useful here. Do I get more agreements for allying? I mean, I can do different kinds of agreements, but I don't think... No, I mean... There might be more intense treaties we can do. We need tips for our tools. So, like, can I can't move stuff around. I don't know that I can unbind these. But I also don't understand what's adding unhappiness right now. Because, like, none of these should affect Handan. Handan is a town that I founded. It's a city that I founded that has a wall. It does look like everyone else is also doing a terrible time, so... Sorry, who just broke with me there? Flood down that way. Yeah, interesting. These cities are revolting, and you can see their population is completely decreasing. -1, 2, 1. Every turn that you revolt, absolutely just like buckles your population. Disgusting. I know I need happiness, but I also need to build the Great Wall, so, you know. I mean, this is the only town that's happy right now. And barely happy. Build some food in there. Can I? No, I can't move stuff around. God, all my settlements are being... All my stuff is being so damaged that I can't, like... bounce back on most of it here. Okay. I mean, I guess don't fix the library right now, but... repair my plantations would be nice. Repair fishing boats would be nice, especially if it's free. Like my town not to starve. If those guys skip their turn. You're going to have to come into Corinthos. That merchant's almost done. Serta flipped. Okay. The people of neighboring Nehakin are terribly unhappy. They've asked to join our civilization. What? That's that city up there. -1 happiness in all settlements and -1 influence until the end of this age. God damn it, dudes. These guys took Serta? They got given control of Serta? Well... that's really... horse poop. Handan is back in positive somehow. Handan got given to the Spanish. So there's no independent flips. This is unbelievable. Why can't you accept this? Because you're not a city. This is crazy, dudes. Wild and debilitating. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to go to insane wars right now. I also lost all the troops that were stationed there. If I move off this city, am I going to lose it? How did I lose Chalkis? I had a general in that city. What the hell, dudes? It seems like a game-breaking bug. Yeah, I'm a bit confused by this event right now. I'm you know, real talk. They don't give you a lot of information, and they also don't really give you anything to deal with it, was part of the biggest problem. Like, I literally had no way to increase happiness, and my happiness... I mean, I had no reason why the happiness in Handan was at negative, like, 10. I have to immediately go to war. There is zero time for screwing around right now. Well, I was going to build a trade route here, but I guess I can't do that right now, so... just going to have you skip your turns. Happiness, extremely important. Not even bug, just unbalanced. Turned out being over the city cap is highly punishable. Being over the city cap only gave me -5 happiness, which should have reset the moment one of these towns flipped, right? Okay, cool. Great.
All the world's a stage, even a great cup.
+2 happiness in all settlements. God damn you. You're a little too late there, buckaroo. Okay. What are we doing here? Can grow over the side. But part of me is just like... I think I'm still better off building coastal provinces here, wherever I can. Choose technology. 1 codex, 1 movement for siege units. I need 10 codexes, which I can only get from doing all of the masteries, it looks like. So I don't have siege equipment. I can't even take my own city back, can I? Great question. Okay, let's go citizenship. I'm going to have to go to war with this guy now to take back Serta as well. And I'm going to have to go to war with you to take back Chalkis. I'm just going to put this guy on... I was going to say sleep, but apparently I can't do that, so... Move 1. Burf. Army. Yeah, the city has walls, right? You're building a garden. Do I have ballistas? I do. They take 3 turns to build. My economy is in tatters because of all of this. Time to get citizenship now that you've lost half your citizens. All the world's a stage and your empire is in shambles. That's about right. Man, if he can bring up any of those units to interfere with me, it's going to be bad news bananas for me. Which he for sure can. Ballista are a deal for attacking enemy settlements. They ignore defensive units, but also deal damage to units that occupy those settlements. You should probably bring one if you're going to attack a city, it says. Thanks, game. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That totally said he was dying. Sheesh. It's just crazy how much my happiness flipped the moment those cities were gone. To the point that, like, I really don't understand it. I mean, you could build a step pyramid, but it's not really going to do a lot here. Happiness for every adjacent river tile, which is only like one river tile. It's not even, actually. I think I'm going to build a barracks up here. We are suffering war weariness against Isabella. Let's get rid of that immediately. I'm suffering -4 against Charlemagne. Holy moly. Rebel directly into other nations? Yeah. And meanwhile, Necken rebelled and tried to flip to me. But it's like, dude, I don't want that. I'm trying to deal with my own rebellions. I don't want some random garbage settlement over here. Like, I actually wanted to set up a trade route in that city. Put you on sleep.
Even a great carpenter.
I'm going to have them focus fire him. At least we can get this city back pretty quick. There's no attacks coming down here. I am worried about being able to take back Churcha for my ally, but again, I guess it's all baby steps. Codex with +2 happiness that I can't put in anywhere. Ballistas are ready for combat. Ideal for attacking settlements. Siege units are vulnerable to counterattack. Keep them protected with stronger melee units. Come on down. Kind of feels like this guy fully healed just then. So you've built a ballista. Congratulations. Villa. Happiness for each mountain terrain, for each natural wonder, for each adjacent wonder. Build it in here. We get a bunch of science with it as well. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad choice down there. Jin Yang is now suddenly and inexplicably on the brink of revolt. Dude, I hate that you can't figure out where the happiness is coming from, unhappiness is coming from. Like, I'd love to know what is giving me minus 20 deduction here. I see -2 from the library in upkeep. I see +2 from a ton of other things. I know I have some war weariness. Can you show it to me here? I don't understand this. How do these numbers make any sense? 10 + 2 + 3 equals -0.5. +3 equals -16. All right, I do at least have a great work I can plug into Jin Yang. The library is pillaged. No, I can't. Okay, you're at -6. +2 happiness. +2 science. Now you're at 1.3. Charlemagne's at -5 with me right now, which is where a lot of my war weariness is happening come from. I like setting up custom games where the only way to win is domination. Definitely a very total war approach. Go independent, but going other players directly is kind of too much in my opinion. Yeah, I thought the way it read is it sounded like they were going to flip independent. So I was a little shocked when they just like became the computer. We can cross our bridge here that we built. Look at us and our fancy bridge. I should be able to assemble. Nope, not him. That's not how that wanted to go for me, but okay. Oh, and you spit out both of them. Great. Okay. And there's chariots. About to land as well. You picked up an upgrade. I mean, let's give you the siege attack one. We do have a siege attack now, so. Civ 6, they go independent first. Don't know why they got rid of that. Yeah, I find that to be a bit of a weird strange. I'm gonna move you here. I'm gonna move you nowhere. You're going to shoot that chariot. I actually couldn't even see him here because this merchant was blocking me. So, like, is this city going to flip again now? It's at -19. I assume it's going to. Constant war weariness in the early ages that you don't have the tools to counter the unhappiness. All right, there's a little bit of extra resources of some sort for us. Oh, they pillaged my library again. Even though they had positive happiness, they pillaged my library again. Okay. And this goes up every single time. It was 60, now it's 90. If I repair that library, I go bankrupt. So I can't plug in the only thing that fixes that. Okay. Okay. I received 159 science from Isabella for stealing tech from her. My ballistas are going to move. They can start shooting next turn. Kill that chariot. Yeah, I mean, I can't do a lot of damage here, so... We'll move this army general down a bit. Keep moving this guy around where we can. You're good for right now. You're good for right now. Crazy. This is crazy. I also don't understand how the computer is not having the same settlement flips. Like, also why this guy hasn't flipped. None of it makes sense. They're like, this is extremely, extremely unclear. So I'll have you repair your library. This ballista attack the walls. There's a hoplite in these walls now too. I have to kill off. Civilization unlocked. Spain. Reconquer a lost settlement. We're going to keep this settlement. This guy got himself a promotion. Unit slots, faster reinforcement. Pillaging from command. All yields in a settlement when stationed on a district. I kind of wanted this guy to just be a defensive back commander where the other guy is so aggressive. AI probably has different rules for unhappiness. Yeah, I suspect. Yeah, where do you want to grow? Probably here. Into a happiness tile. This is not a city anymore. It's gone down to a farm. Gone down to a town, I mean. So I need 650 bucks to get this bag. Oh, that's so much. And it currently has -7 happiness on it too. So they're just going to keep burning everything down every single turn, I think. This is wildly out of control. All right, how many turns do I have left? 3 more turns until we can peace. 3 more turns until we can peace. We're gonna have to denounce her. To take back our other city. And then we're gonna have to do a surprise war for Cirta. Which is gonna be a mess. In both the best and worst ways possible. I don't know where this chariot came from. Snuck up here. Wait to buy the game until they do some balance patches. It's a bit foolish. I wouldn't mind it so much if they just explained where the debuff was coming from. Hand in revolts in 9 turns. Okay. Another leader has opposed our war. We're getting more penalties on unhappiness. And it costs 90 to get out of there. As settlements drift further and further from the Empire's core, the capital falters and its banners lie limp. Once the city's held civilization together, now it sits as a vestige of broken bonds and archaic union. Smaller hubs find voices that grow even louder, proclaiming their singularity amid new communities based not on tradition and customs, but beliefs, economy, and identity. I mean, I might as well take a -1 settlement cap. At this point. Okay, this guy is hanging on by the skin of his teeth. I'm going to have him build a villa. Hand ends in the break of revolt. Yes. Three Chokunus and a ballista is not the correct answer for what goes in this army. But now it's a little more settled. So I'm going to move them up towards Chalkis. We'll put a Chokunu in here. God, I'm not even sure what else. Get rid of that chariot. Get rid of this chariot. Trying to cross the sea. You're going to fortify the city. Even if I take these cities back and I hold them, or will they stay in constant revolt? Great question. I don't know. I wonder if
never boast.
Anyak's unit flanking arena. Yeah, okay, so part of the problem is also I just didn't build any of the happiness buildings. Always going to make a bit of an issue. If I get one more codex and I rebuild Handin, I can trigger the final age. I think that's all we need to do. This guy is willing to give us food. Thank you. We'll take the gold. You think Cirta is going to flip next turn? I mean, quite possible. My poor Great Wall, though. Half complete, half in shambles. +1 happiness on happiness buildings. Really strange that all the happiness stuff is tied to military. I skipped all the military tech because I was like, oh, I don't want to go military. And it turns out that's where all the happiness tech also exists. Which is a bit of a weird way of doing it, I feel. I mean, let's make some more great people. I don't know. I'm gonna just lock this down for right now. Destroyed the plantation. So I was thinking that part of me wonders if this is not correct and currently these are just stacking everywhere. So it's like every settlement you didn't find adds you -6 happiness to all settlements. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's the best thing I can make sense of at the moment. Can go there and fortify. Let's heal up here. Nice. And Charlemagne refuses to accept peace. Isabella will. So I'm stuck taking insane war weariness penalties. I don't actually know how much war weariness, though. Because Charlemagne, who will never send armies to attack me, and won't accept a peace offer. Well, that's insufferable diplomacy. And I'm going to have to go into another war here to get Chelkis back. Which is completely burning to the ground. It's not rebel time. Totally lost with that. I mean, again, I still don't understand why this city hasn't flipped. It had like -20 happiness for a bajillion turns. And it's a town. Also, my capital is unhappy. What happens there? We could stack that, not accept peace with the AI. Yeah, the only thing is you have to spend an insane amount of influence to do it. But yeah, I mean, there's absolutely, I think, a way to play where you go to war, you never attack, and then you just keep putting all your influence into supporting yourself in the war. And then all of their cities will just keep constantly flipping. Like a weird cultural victory. The age progress meter is completely filled. Oh! The antiquity age has come to an end. Okay. I didn't get the max level science thing. Fealty, collector of knowledge, +1 science for every codex in antiquity. I was doing good on Silk Roads until the massive rebellion. I think I actually like lost some points here. This was the most confusing end of the game. I was like, I'm doing everything great. And then the crisis hit, and I was like, I have no idea what's happening anymore. It's interesting because like Millennia did the crisis things. And they are, I know that they can be an interesting mechanic because they did it quite well in that, where you can ride out the Millennium. Wisdom in Words, Groma, Surveying for Centurion, Treaty of Kadesh, Scrawling Scribe. So what happens now? Cormacar, hello. Deep into the Civ, I am. We just finished the first age. The game crashed. Did it crash? The game crashed. You're not allowed to see anymore. That's it. Everybody go home. Guys, I gotta know what the age transition looks like. You can't be doing that on me. Game banned. Part of me is wondering, like, oh, was something glitching out with all of that happiness? What's going to happen here?
Harmony reveals itself through the shaping of energy, the cultivation of order. Now, the Han shall be its minister.
+1 happiness for adjacent wall segments? Well, that didn't really matter for me. God, I had so many wall segments. Save scum and redo it? The antiquity age comes to an end. Okay. No challenges completed this time. No rewards unlocked. Yay! A new culture emerges. Great Cannon of Yongle. Ming unique infantry unit, 4 combat strength and featureless tiles with a range attack. Ming gets a unique merchant. 100 gold when using Create a Road. And gets a Great Wall. Mongolia does not get a Great Wall. Does get cavalry, which we were never able to get. The lack of cavalry in the first age is shocking. We unlocked Norman because we built so many walls because we really didn't have a choice. We got Shawnee. We got Spain, which we got for taking back a settlement, ironically enough, from Isabella. Conquistadors. Abbasids play as Egypt, Persia, Kola, Mississippian, Maya. Cool. And there's a lot of cultures you get to unlock through, I guess, various achievements. Obviously, I have to go with Ming because it's continuing on the Great Wall. Play as Han, play as Confucius. Play as Han or Persia. Oh, so I guess maybe it's if you have 3 silk developed and 8 resources slotted into a city, you can play this even if you are not Han or Confucius. More wall per wall. +5 culture, +1 gold adjacency. Need to iron out some pretty important issues.
The Ming will seize the mandate of heaven and lead the people into a prosperous future.
That was definitely a weird end of the era, but it was also like, I honestly, I had no idea that crises existed or what they would look like. Perhaps I didn't have happiness. Like perhaps my happiness was actually just sitting at like +1, +2 the entire time. I'd have to go back and look. And the fact that like I didn't research any of the happiness-based buildings and then I had a happiness crisis, you know, there's something to be said about that. New adventurers across the sea await, bringing new opportunities. Explore the great oceans in search of distant lands. Your naval units can heal in coastal waters. Establish settlements in distant lands, meet new civs, and gather new resources. Embrace religion by building a temple. Train missionaries to spread your faith across the globe. Yes. We'll keep on science. Research education and increase the number of specialists you can place in a single location. Yeah, so this was the unlocks. I didn't have this last time. But here you can see all the other. So yeah, it looks like I can either play as Ming, or if I improve 3 Jade, I could also unlock King. Ageless items. Commanders. Cool, so those traditions are all ageless. So are all my cities just like a mess right now too? And my happiness is back up plus 55. I'm no longer at war. I feel so lost. Welcome to the exploration age. Here you decide what legacies to carry forward. The options available are based on milestones that you've completed in the previous age. Fully unlocking a legacy path unlocks the golden age legacy for that path, while not gaining any milestone will unlock a dark age legacy. You may only choose one golden age or dark age legacy, but any number of other legacies can be added as long as you have enough points. Change the capital. That's kind of interesting. 1 science for every codex in antiquity. Would cost me both of my science points. Missionaries have +1 charge and +1 movement, but -3 happiness in all settlements. Once you have founded a religion. Doubled if the settlement does not follow your religion. I can get +2 settlement limit because I conquered a bunch of stuff. I guess one of those. Doesn't look like I have a dark age. I just don't have any points in that. And then I have 1 wild card slot, so I could put this. I mean, let's put it in science, I guess. So, as the Ming people have plans for new buildings, you may not want to create more urban quarters. In exploration and beyond, you can choose to build atop existing but outdated buildings by overbuilding. It doesn't have particular benefits now. You might find abilities that make overbuilding especially efficient. Okay, so all my old stuff still exists. Even if it's not ageless, per se. Unique infantry units. So all my Chuko News become heavy archers. Which look like they might be worse. My spearmen... Shouldn't I have more units than this? I have a cog for some reason. Oh yeah, here we go. Heavy archers. One of my catapults became an infantry unit. Jean Lei Chong's. Okay, cool, yeah. Huh. So weirdly enough, as you transfer into Ming, you actually want more melee units than range units so that you get the better versions when you swap over. These guys are literally just heavy archers, but also have melee. Yeah. They're heavy archers with +1 movement and +15 melee attack. Religion unlocked. Leader attributes, social policies, civics, technologies, resource assignments. My goodness. Good gravy. This is a lot to soak up. There's a lot to consider here. Let's play a little bit more. I think we got through that. Let's cut the YouTube video there. I have no idea where these YouTube videos are getting cut right now. It's going to be a bit of a mess. We'll join YouTube back on the next one, and we'll play a little bit more here today.